Hi there, welcome back. This is Vince Ritchie, the current president of the Association of International Graduate Admissions Consultants, or AIGAC. Some people call it IGAC, by the way, but it's AIGAC. Kind of like AFLAC, but we don't have a cute duck. AIGAC. AIGAC. Sorry. Membership. I'm getting a little punchy. I'm trying to make these as separate videos. So bear with me. Membership. Our membership growth is really amazing, and it's thanks to the work of our current committee members. Scott is the chair of the membership committee. Brett, Sarah, who is also known as sometimes as Sally. When she emails us, she signs off as Sally. Sarah McGinty, who came to our Cambridge conference, Boston conference. Really lucky to have her. She's a giant in this industry. Brett, I don't mean to short shrift Brett. Brett's our next president. I talk to Brett every week. Brett is incredible, a veteran of this industry. Scott, I've already thanked publicly. AJ Warner is based in China like me. He's based in Asia. He's a member of our membership committee. And finally, Lee, who's one of the newer members of my team at AGOS. That's the AIGAC membership committee, and I want to thank them for their hard work. And I want to sort of praise the organization, and thanks to their hard work and frankly the work of lots of people, our membership is bigger and stronger than ever. We have just about 200 members, and I also want to talk a little bit about sort of right above the committee here that I'm not really talking about too much is governance. Governance are the ones that handles complaints, and governance are the ones that are in effect sort of adjudicating. I don't want to use the word policing, but making sure that AIGAC truly stands for something, so that you can. Membership is sort of it's like the admissions committee, if you will, of a school, vetting applicants, making sure that you pass muster, that your website doesn't violate any of our principles of good practice. And the governance committee is the ultimate group, and those are the veterans. Anna is our previous president. Max is one of our founders, and Andrea is our immediate past president. She's the chair of the governance committee. The way that our organizational cycle works is when I roll off as president and Brett steps up as president, I'll go over to the governance committee. So governance and membership are separate, but I just want to sort of give a bit of a plug for our principles of good practice. I think this is a little bit hard to find on our current website, and there's also some broken links. When I Google AIGAC principles, there's some broken links. I apologize for that. We're in the middle. Our communications committee that I'll be talking about in another video very soon is in the middle of using your member resources, the organization's money, the small operating reserve that other folks worked very hard to get us. The founders basically forgave some debt that they had. When I joined the board, we were heavily in debt. Now we're out of debt. We're in the black, and we've got a very strong organization moving forward. And the principles were set up by the founders way back in 2006 and 2007 when the organization was started. And it's a bit, I'm not like one of these guys who loves the Constitution and wants to talk about the Constitution and, whatever. I'm not trying to make this political, but it's not like our principles are, these aren't the 10 Commandments, but this is a living, breathing document. And we want to actually discuss this at our conference. And so one of the little surveys that we want to do to our members who are coming to the conference is sort of, which of these principles do you want to discuss? Because it's not, the governance committee is like the Supreme Court that decides on that applies the principles. And sort of organizationally, I'm a government geek. I was a history major. I was a history teacher. Anyway, I don't mean to make this too governmental, especially right now. That's such a dark subject. But the principles, this is a living, breathing thing. This is something we expect our members to be aware of. These are things that we believe. I'm not going to read them to you. Go to our website, check out our principles, and in a future survey, I don't mean like our admissions MBA applicant survey, which takes we say 10 minutes to complete, might take more, it might take 15 for applicants to complete our MBA applicant survey. This is for members. We want to have these new sort of single question polls, if you will. Survey is the wrong word. Quick mini poll. Which of these principles do you want to discuss at our conference during AIGAC afternoon, where we have our sort of internal members only small group discussions and professional development training? Which of these principles are at all confusing or gray to you, or which of the ones do you feel we should be emphasizing more or less, or which of these should we be? Anyway, we're an organization that stands for something. We were built around these principles. We've now grown, and we do a lot of other things other than just having simple principles, but we want to sort of respect our DNA and respect all the thought that's gone into these principles of good practice. So that's not about the membership committee, but it's related. The last thing I'll say is join the membership committee. Scott's been on the membership committee for as long as I've been involved and active in AIGAC, which was, again, I think I stepped up to the organization. 2010, the first conference I attended was 2011, which was Stanford and Berkeley. So we're going back to the West Coast. It was the first conference I attended was 2011. Now 2017, we're going back 6 years later. Scott's been running the membership committee for a very long time, and Brett has stepped up, Sally or Sarah has stepped up, AJ has stepped up, Lee is stepping up, but we need 3 new members for the membership committee. It's a great way for you to get insights into the organization. When I visited a school recently, and I was talking to the admissions team at a top school, and I was basically handing them my AIGAC card during, not my Agos card or my Vince Prep, channel media presence that I have as Vince Prep. I was like, hi, I'm here as AIGAC. And they were like, oh, great. Good to know you're out there. You have about 200 members. And one of the guys, who's an MBA holder himself from that school, so he's a very smart guy, so it's a top school, he says, are you 10% of the industry? He's like, how many graduate admissions consultants are there? And I said, we don't know. We've tried to find out. We have some estimates. The membership committee is the group that sort of looks out, A, for new members, and B, for sort of industry intelligence to understand who out there is in the space. So we'd like to know, frankly, does our 200 members represent a third of the industry, 20% of the industry, 10% of the industry? We're never going to be the place for every single admissions consultant. We want to have standards, as I talked about before, principles, as I talked about before. And also sort of culturally, AIGAC members are really open, frankly, and transparent. And yes, there are things about our businesses that we don't want to share and aren't asked to share and don't need to share about, pricing and practices and all this other stuff. I share a lot. I probably overshare, as you're suffering right now throughout these videos. I share my best practices. I give away a lot of stuff for free. It's part of my marketing. It's part of my personality. So it's not like all AIGAC members are as sort of sometimes manic as I am and just can't shut up. Some AIGAC members keep all of their proprietary tools and methodologies behind a firewall, and that's cool. You can still be an AIGAC member. It doesn't mean you're going to give away all your best stuff, as I try to do. That's a choice that I make. But when I say AIGAC members are collaborative, we're just the folks that really like to get together and gather and exchange ideas and have a forum and a community. We have a lot of AIGAC members who come to our conference year after year after year, whose main business is undergrad. We have a lot of members who do undergraduate and graduate admissions consulting, and they tell us that they come to AIGAC because it's a very open and collaborative family group of people where we basically talk about real stuff. So hats off to the membership committee. Hats off to you, our members, for being with us on this journey. I'm going to sign off this video now. Stay tuned for the other videos I'm going to make about the 2 remaining committees that I have not yet covered. I'm organizing this we're organizing this as a playlist, state of the organization updates across 5 committees with an intro video, total of 6 videos. I really appreciate your time and attention. Like this video, dislike this video, make comments, subscribe to our channel. We want to be interactive. We want to hear from you, our members. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you soon.